Christmas noob.
Shoot, guys, I did the wrong intro.
A sequel nobody asked for.
We get on stream
Oh,
on your demand, and then you still mess up.
it's on
Typical.
Okay, typical. I don't know about that. Every time we get the intro going, and it's no problem. It's seamless. This is a sequel nobody asked for. My name's Chucky J.
I'm the one pizza pasta guy in the band.
And I'm Fuzzy Barney.
We are talking about Chuck E. Cheese today. We're talking about how it ruined everything, but also did a lot of good. We're just going to talk about Chuck E. Cheese as a whole. We're talking about, I don't know. It's just Chuck E. Cheese, the whole experience in itself. From the chewed gum under the table to the garbage in your mouth, known as the Chuck E. Cheese pizza.
Whoa.
We're going everywhere.
Hold on here.
What?
I don't know about garbage.
Yeah, we're gonna bring it. I think this episode might just be a debate on Chuck E. Cheese pizza because
Chuck E.
that's
Cheese
what's
is, yeah,
because
Chuck E.
that-
Cheese pizza is the pizza for you
For
and
you
me.
and me.
Well, like,
that
that pizza is the reason that somehow Chuck E. Cheese survived the pandemic. Because
That
now
pizza and a different name, yeah.
well, like now if you now you can buy Chuck E. Cheese pizza at the grocery store.
That's disgusting. I did not know that was a thing.
They
I need to
sell
know
they
what's the
sell
point of
boxed
going?
Chuck E. Cheese pizza.
What's the point of going to Chuck E. Cheese now?
I don't know. I think
Let's
there's
talk
like,
about it.
I-
Right
I-
now. Let's
there's
figure it out.
probably like a Palermo's restaurant somewhere, but you can still buy Palermo's in the store. Get yourself a piping hot Palermo's.
if there's
a
a
pipe and hot.
Jack's
That is the
restaurant,
most Midwestern thing. Oh, can't wait to go home and put in a pipe and hot Palermo's. Is
Yeah.
exactly what I saw a billboard of it. I think I was with Kyle when I saw it too. It was like, put in a pipe and hot Palermo's. And then he said something like, "Oh yeah, that's something like my dad would say or something."
But I gotta put in a piping hot Palermo's.
Maybe not exactly
Oh,
like that,
goodness.
but yeah.
Close enough to that voice.
I just noticed he had a Mario hat.
yeah.
How gamer of you.
How gamer of you. Let's
Oh,
start
thank you.
there. Let's talk about the games of Chuck E. Cheese. What we spend our time, our money, our parents' money on. Some of us still go to Chuck E. Cheese, frequent it. Not me.
Not me.
Oh, I guess it's Daniel.
By process the millennium, yeah, sure.
A little bit
Why
of
not?
intimidation.
I'll do it. Why not? Games are fun.
Yeah,
Games are fun.
I was gonna say there's a stigma against Chuck E. Cheese that somehow like Dave and Buster's managed to avoid.
Yeah, let's rate some of them real quick. Just a yes or a no, a good or a bad. Skee ball. How do you feel about it?
Skee ball's a classic. I'm not good at it, but it's you gotta try it once just to like humble
Once
yourself.
I get in the rhythm of it, I can hit the best score all day long. I won't get consecutively, but like 7 out of 10 are gonna hit the right marker, and then I'll get a few gutter balls or the low pointers. But once I get into skee ball, I'm digging it. But it gets old for me. It's definitely something I will play every time I go.
Yeah.
But yeah, it gets old after a game or two. I'm not going to be sitting there all day playing skee ball.
No, I hard agree with that. That's how it is for me too. Great for like 1 or 2 times, but after that, it's like I'm here to play video games, man.
See,
I'm a
I'm
real
gonna disagree
gamer.
a little bit, but I have a different approach to it. For me, it's kind of like the ending thing. It's like at not necessarily Chuck E. Cheese because I haven't been there in quite a while, believe
Yeah.
it or not.
Believe it or not.
But usually it's like the cheapest option if it's not like a one token for everything type of situation. And so it's a nice like, oh, I got 8 tokens left or points left or whatever you want, whatever you have at the arcade, and I can play 8 games of skee ball, or I can find one game I'm going to get 6 tickets on. And so kind of fill some time. Also, Chuck E. Cheese had the best skee ball balls. They were those like really heavy, brown, beat up, dinged balls, I guess. And so I feel like
Already
that
on
just
the
had
balls again tonight.
that's I guess.
Yeah,
Just
for
gotta-
everybody
gotta go
watching,
there.
comment your favorite kind of ski balls.
I know I went to a adult bar, arcade bar thing at once upon a time, and skee ball was like the main attraction. There were the couple regulars there that definitely go there every weekend, just hogging the heck out of it,
See, if
and it
skee
made the
ball-
whole experience kind of.
if I
meh.
go to a place and skee ball is the main attraction, I'm just gonna assume that it's kind of lame.
Oh yeah, well the bar itself was fine. Milwaukee area, all the arcade bars are pretty nice, pretty snazzy. Can't
Mhm.
complain about them. But they've got all the cabinets and all that fun stuff. So it's just adult Chuck E. Cheese, a few beverages here and there as well. But yeah, skee ball was just getting hogged by the gang of the bar, where they're all sitting there in the corner snapping, just going like, "Oh yeah,
So
you know, if you cross my path." Oh no, there wasn't that moment of me going, "You know what?
you got your
It's
quarter,
my
you just
time."
slap
Yeah.
it down on the skee ball machine.
It's like
I got
my turn's next. that did not happen. I just said, you know what? Screw skee ball tonight.
Yeah.
But as a kid, skee ball was fun. It's classic. I get it. What about whack-a-mole?
So, whack-a-mole itself, I think is a fun time, but and Daniel actually has a picture of this to bring up my point. Whack-a-mole, in my opinion, is at its very best in arcade form. When have either of you guys played a game or heard of one called Spider Stompin'?
Ooh, spider stomping. I remember that one. It's
Yeah.
whack-a-mole with your feet.
It's whack-a-mole with your feet. Yeah, that's all it is, and it's got really funny voices to it. Like the way it attracts you is it just goes like spider stomping in like a really obnoxious clown voice, and like you're like, all right, now I'm interested. It's like just like making disgusting noises every time you stomp. Dude, I love that game, and it's like just dead in the water now. And I want to find it one day just to play it again.
Is this like a DDR prequel?
I think it was. But you were squashing spiders.
There was definitely not any spider stomping to any music. If anything, the audio portion of it was definitely lackluster because it was just, like I said, the attract thing, which was again spider stomping, like that voice. And then
I do love those like cat calls that games used to do, and I'm sure they still do. But as you'd be walking by, just the dialogue that would come out would be like, it would just say the name of it, like whack-a-mole, and then you'd like go past, and it'd be like ding, 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 ding. Are you a winner? Go ahead and try whacking all these.
and like for some reason that would like they thought that would work. I don't know, but
it might have on some lonely, unsuspecting Justin. It definitely did. It definitely did. Daniel, what are you thinking about whack-a-mole? Not spider
Whack-a-mole?
stomp.
Whack-a-mole itself, I always felt was too easy. Like, I didn't see the point because it was like the mole comes up, you hit it, and then that just happens. And it didn't get harder. At least not at like Chuck E. Cheese. I played other games that are similar where there's multiple things to hit and all that kind of stuff, but like the Chuck E. Cheese whack-a-mole just didn't do it for me.
Well, yeah, there's this whole call and response analog feel you want to have when you hit something. You want to feel like you hit it. You don't want it to just go oh and make a noise and then go back in the hole. Like it's just not a thing. Whereas I don't know if you ever played the one where you throw the ball at the clowns and you knock over the clowns.
Sure.
Yep, that one knocks over a clown. You see the visual. Oh, cool! I've got a clown down. I'm going on to the next thing. Like there's a visceral thing that happens.
Were they all
and
little
just
clowns?
affirming.
Because I have a vague memory of like having one where like the background, like the painted part was a clown, and you were like knocking down its teeth.
Yep, that's one of them too.
That's
again.
like that's kind of more disturbing than like just the clowns.
True, but there was an affirmation there, knowing that you're doing a good job. Whack-a-mole, the points go up on the screen. That's about it. Like even when you hit it, it doesn't immediately go back in the hole. It goes, ow.
I was gonna say it does scream in pain too. Which
It's
for some
literally like
people
you could
is
just
the
go
affirmation.
pa, 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 randomly, and that's the game. And I feel like there's an attraction to the younger kids with that, but whack-a-mole is pretty freaking lame. Or you get those people trying to cheat. those parents that are trying to cheat for their little kid, helping them out. What is this?
Yeah, you got like 6 hands
a
on
zoo.
one whack-a-mole.
Yeah, I was gonna
What is
say
a
that's
zoo?
ruining the sanctity of the arcade experience.
Yeah, whack-a-mole's a whack-a. I don't know. I don't have a good pun for that or a good rhyme. Whack-a-hole, whack-a-mole. We're moving on.
Whack-a-wholesome.
Yeah, you keep
Whack-a-mole
gamer.
goes in the whack-a-hole. There we
keep,
go.
Yeah,
keep,
there you
keep
go.
taking a whack at this, why don't you?
Yeah.
Ew, that hurt me.
Oof.
That hurt me almost as much as that little ski hill game. You guys know the ski hill game?
Ski hill
Oh,
game.
where you put in the
Yep.
tokens?
You put a token in and it
And it
slides
jumps?
down the ramp and it goes into a slot.
Oh,
that's just turning.
okay, yeah.
Mhm.
Completely based on like some bullshit timing.
Yep, it's all on
Mhm.
timing. And that was one of those games where you knew whoever was sitting at it, they were sitting at it for a while. If you were the kid that just tossed one in, there was no strategy involved. You weren't playing that game for fun. You were trying to get tickets. So there was usually someone camping up right around it. You saw them with their big old thing of tokens, sending them down and, not really getting much out of it until they do. Then they get the jackpot and you're jealous of that kid. But guess what? That kid didn't have a fun time. That
No.
kid might have a lot of tokens and might have a lot of tickets. But what did they buy? Nothing.
Probably just like an eraser.
Some candy and an eraser head.
Yeah, I got that fun dip and
Although
parachute.
it-
thing.
Which also, screw you, Chuck E. Cheese, for putting erasers and candy that close together. How am I supposed to know the difference sometimes?
Did you
Yeah.
ever like accidentally buy one and then you're like, this is an eraser, and then you still eat it?
Or you're
anyway?
chewing on the sticky hand that would slap against stuff? Yeah, it happened. I'm not proud of it, but it happened.
See, it's kind of weird because we talk about how lame that game is, but like I'm imagining that Chuck E. Cheese does what every other arcade does now and has like the cards and like the virtual tickets and
Oh, yeah.
stuff. So that game like can't exist anymore, really, unless it's at like some old like local place that like takes actual quarters and not tokens.
Well, that's the thing is that what they do now is because like that's the same thing with the coin pushers. Like that was a big thing. That was like the adult section at Chuck E. Cheese was all the coin tower pushers and stuff like that. And what they do now is like with the card swiping and all that, it like buys you a certain number of coins to drop. So it's like modified the game. So it
Yeah,
could exist,
they-
but
they
it's not
modif-
nearly as fun.
If they modified it, but like you said, it's not as fun because like you put a token in, that was your token.
Yeah, like you can
That
tell
was-
if you push it a little bit
You
harder, it
could
goes a little bit
you
faster.
could literally feel how much like your failure was worth in that case.
Yeah.
You know.
You're
Whereas
connected.
with this,
Totally.
it's less like, oh, I slid my card and got like 75 cents worth of plays. It's like that's
And
not
that's
enough. I don't have an
that's how they get
attachment
ya.
to that.
That's
I
how
don't
they
have an
get you. There's
attachment
no
to that, you
attachment
know?
to the money you're spending, so you're going to keep swiping that card. Corporate America in the arcades. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't feel like you're spending money when you're just swiping a plastic card to drop 12 coins.
It is true. It is true. That and the reload fees, they're like, hey, bundle up how many coins you get.
Yeah, and then they're like, "Hey, only like lamos get the $10 one. Cool kids get the $100 one that comes with $10 extra worth of tokens."
Uh-huh.
Yep.
But you don't even get a cool token cup where you feel like you were outside begging for money for 6 days to fill up your little Chuck E. Cheese
Well, I
plastic
mean, you
cup.
basically were when you were a child. You're just begging your parents, going, "Please
True.
give me more of the tokens, more of the
True.
tokens."
It was
Because if
how
you were
many
the little shithead that would spend all your tokens, and then everyone else would have to, share the rest of them with you,
Oh.
even though, yeah,
That's a surefire way to like never get invited to a birthday party again.
yeah, that's the thing is at birthday parties too, when the parents who are running the birthday party most likely are paying for all the tokens. Oh, and then there's that one kid that the parents probably got mad at where they're like, they
Yep.
keep just spending all the tokens, or oh my god, they left all the tickets in the fucking bathroom. What's going on?
Or
Now they're
they
all
lost
so
their token cup. Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
Like that was the whole big thing. I was terrified as a kid. I'm gonna leave my token cup somewhere. Like I almost have to always have a hand on the token cup. It was like, oh, watch out, someone's gonna steal your tokens. Don't take your eyes off it.
Oh
but-
my god. So what's our verdict on the
Ski game?
ski hill?
Ski hill. If I'm
Yeah.
putting in an actual quarter, here it is. Actual quarter.
Nice.
Like-
Where's the
Magic.
game? You got the game too?
I Yeah, I wish. I have more fun with it because again, my quarter, my attachment in there. But as it is, I don't know. It's just kind of like it's fun. It's fun to try like once, but then just like man, you could be having fun.
You could be doing anything else. You could be playing on the Chuck E. Cheese drum set. Do you guys remember the Chuck E.
Yes.
Cheese drum
Yes,
set?
like the virtual one that's like almost kind of built like modern day music mixers, where it's like they had like buttons and stuff on it, where it's like basic.
There's buttons on it, and the drum set itself had like weird cones that you would smack. I don't know how to
Yes.
explain it, but they were all colored different colors. Each of the like snare hit and the hi-hat and all that stuff.
Yep, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yep. And I think you put in like a quarter and you could just play for like a minute or whatever the time limit was.
They
and you
look
could
like
just
giant
jam out.
lipstick things.
Yes, exactly. The top
Okay.
of lipstick things.
I
Different
do remember
colors.
this.
Yep, exactly. I didn't even remember it till maybe 10 minutes ago when we were talking about stuff. But oh yeah, I know I rarely would do it because I was like, I don't get any tickets. I was the type of kid I was like, I want to have fun and I also want tickets. I'm not going to just do something that's going to get me tickets. I'm not going to just do something that gets me no tickets and just fun. I need the happy medium where I'm having fun, making some dough, making my way in the world. So I didn't play the drums that often, but I know when I did, I was a little drummer boy. How do you guys feel about the, yeah, how do you guys feel about it? Yes or no?
Oh well, now that you brought and unlocked that memory, I'm a hard yes right now. I'm a hard like, oh my god, this doesn't exist anymore, and I want it to. Yeah.
I'm very much the opposite. I definitely struggle with putting a token in where I can't get a single ticket back. I feel like that's wasted time.
Man,
Like,
capitalism
what's
has
the
really
point?
ruined you guys.
But also, what's fun about grabbing lipstick? I don't know. Not my jam.
Well, that's the other thing. I don't remember if you had drumsticks or not, or if you just had to like hand press them. I don't remember. And
Yeah.
almost like bongo style, Donkey Konga style.
I'm gonna
I
say
don't
pass
remember.
simply because I don't remember ever actually playing it. But I do remember seeing it.
I remember seeing a lot of dads on it. That was a total dad thing where like,
Mhm.
oh, let me show off. I used to play in a band and yeah, blah, blah, blah. And it was just inaudible, but whatever. It was just nice because it wasn't a game. You got to just freestyle. Whereas I think now I've literally seen like Drum Hero games where it's like Guitar Hero, but just for drumming.
Yep,
And
that
you can just
definitely exists.
yeah. So there's the new version of it existing, but those Chuck E. Cheese ones had an aesthetic. I'm gonna pass it. Just because, yeah. The fact that I couldn't walk into a Chuck E. Cheese and go, hey, where's that thing? I couldn't not do that. So are there any other games you guys are thinking of that are just like classic Chuck E. Cheese, classic arcade games?
So, like you just had with that, one that kind of unlocked for me is you guys remember there's a game where like you put your token in, and then there's like these little balls that looked like bees would like start flying, and then you had like a net, and you had to
Oh,
like
yeah.
grab them and like
Like
scoop
rope.
them into a certain
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, that just awakened like a core memory for me.
Yeah, those were fun. Depending on how many bees you got, would be how many tokens you got or tickets. Sorry. Yeah, that one was good. I think if it played Flight of the Bumblebee though, I'm gonna be upset because I can't.
I feel
stand
like
that
it
song.
did. I feel like it did. It
Cannot
had to.
stand
it.
What else? What else did they play?
Just some weird soul music called like Honey Butter or something, and it's like some guy going, "Oh yeah, bee, give me that honey."
Tell
Yeah,
you what.
that's what should be on a children's arcade game. Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I will. I will.
And it
I
might
will-
have been Flight of the Bees.
I will look and see if they played Flight of the Bumblebee. But
I
so
100%.
you guys remember this though?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember specific moments of gameplay in my personal life, but I do remember the game. And so I probably did try it and was bad at it or something.
Do you have a video going of it? Do you want me to pull it up?
So it does not play Flight of the Bumblebee.
It does not. What does it play?
I don't know if my browser can share audio with this because it's not Chrome, but it's a very royalty-free song.
Okay, I like this game
Nice.
though. This is a good visual.
Yeah, I'm assuming you
Yeah,
guys can't
nice.
hear it though.
No, very
It's-
royalty free, like ba-ba-da-ba-da-da.
It almost
Frickin' Wicked
exactly,
Witch of the
almost
Wicked Witch of
exactly
the
like your bup it up thing that you're talking about. Yeah.
Ba-ba-da-ba-da-da,
Oh yeah, that
ba-ba-da-ba-da-da.
probably is it unlocking in your brain because that sounds right to me.
Wherever the wind blows, wherever the bees blow, I'll be
Yeah.
there.
I'll say yeah. I definitely that's one I would stop and play. Just
That
for the
is a good
nostalgia
one.
purpose of
That one's good.
It's kind of interesting. Hungry Hippos ish.
Oh, Hungry Hippos. Wasn't Hungry Hippos there? Is that one
I
that
think
was
they
there?
had a version of it. Yeah, I think they had it
I-
at it was like a table with a bubble over it. Maybe.
Okay.
I having a.
I don't know.
I don't.
Well, I know they had the Light Stopper game.
That's
Y'all
one that I
remember
was
the
thinking
Light
of.
Stopper game? That is classic.
The one
Chuck E.
that
Cheese.
this might be different. But the one I'm thinking of is it's like a big board and lights come up and you had to like push it. Is that it? Or because that's still
No,
around.
it's a one where you had to, as the light went around, you had to stop it at the exact time, and if you
Oh, okay. Yep.
So there's
Yeah.
the 4 buttons on it you could do.
hmm
yeah,
Yeah,
there's 4
Hungry
different
Hippos.
sides for
I
buttons.
looked it up to confirm. It was at Chuck E. Cheese, and it had like the board game Trouble has the bubble over the die.
Yep.
It has that like dome over it.
Okay.
It had
Yep.
Hungry
Uh-huh.
Hippos where you're hitting a button playing against 3 other people, playing that at
Those
Chuck
are
E.
cool.
Cheese.
What about
do remember
air
that.
hockey? Air hockey was a great thing to just like in between. You knew you wouldn't get any tickets, but pretty sure it was like 1 token and you could play with 2 people. It's almost like a little hack.
You know
get
what?
Twice the money
Air
worth.
hockey is a classic, and you know what I see that's always a fun time if you got a group of friends? They make 4-player air hockey.
Oh, that's intense.
Wait,
Some
what?
intense stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like there's
Big
one
square.
there's one that I hear. I'll see if I can find it. There's one arcade that I go to. If you have a round 1 near you, I highly recommend round 1. Fun time, but they have like a 4-player air hockey. See if I can find their specific one. Yeah, I think it's like this space one that's right here.
Yep.
Ooh.
That's
Okay.
so
Quad air.
yeah,
dang.
it's like this, and then like it's like first to like 5 or 7 or something like that.
You know, what'd be
Um,
really cool is like a long air hockey table that had like obstacles in the way and shit moving, and you had to like,
Where
I
it's
don't
almost
know.
like a mini golf hybrid.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Where it could
Oh
change.
shit! Why did we just say that live? Mini golf air hockey. That would be so good.
That idea is gonna get stolen from us, and we're not gonna get credit.
Yeah, I know, but
Dibs.
it's whatever. It's probably
If I say
expensive.
dibs, I get it, right?
Dibs.
Yeah, I think that holds up in court.
It 100% does. It 110% does.
The game that that popped up into my brain when I saw a picture of it was, I have no idea what the name is, but it was like a dragon or dinosaur themed game. I think you're like catapulting a ball into the main area, and it had like a little hole that would go back and forth, and if it would fall into that, you get extra points. Where you're just kind of like launching a
the
ball.
ball hole game.
Yeah, very, very vague memories of that.
I
Yeah.
remember a lot of ball hole games where you shoot a ball, goes in a hole, and
Yeah.
you try to like get it in the right hole or.
Yeah, honestly, that's kind of like the tried and true like arcade formula. It's like, oh, we have to make a game that like is slightly rigged, but like has the opportunity to give you tickets. Put the ball in the hole. That's the game. It's gonna get hard.
Tic-tac-toe beer pong is a new one that I like, but I wish that would have been a thing as a kid. You just have to try to get the ping pong balls and it's like the skee ball, but for adults.
Somewhat related to that idea, there's a newer one that I like. Basically, it's kind of like a mix of what you said and almost kind of a mix of skee ball a little bit. What it is you put your card in and then you get like a bunch of little balls. And what you got to do is you have to like throw them and have it turn off all the lights on the board. And,
Oh,
like,
you're
a certain
bouncing
amount
them?
of time. Yeah, you're like bouncing them.
Okay, I'm going to have to go with my favorite game is probably going to be the head-to-head basketball. because
Ooh,
when you
1v1
can
me,
go,
bro.
yep, you can go head to head. The games link up, which back in the day, that was crazy. Anytime the cabinets or games would hook up to each other and you were playing multiplayer, you're like, what is this? Because online multiplayer was not a thing. It was not a thing. So I would always do that, and you get tickets out of it. You get tickets. So you get to play against people and you get tickets still. You can't complain. And
Yeah, exactly.
it's the benefit of being outside, playing an outside person sport and not having to be athletic. Great. Awesome.
And you get rewarded for it. Like literally, it's taking something that isn't designed to give you instant gratification, and it gives you instant gratification.
And
like-
okay, the most satisfying thing too, that final buzzer goes off. You make a shot, and guess what? A couple of those, maybe even just one of those balls, they slide right out right before the gate comes up. Guess what? You got one more ball to
Free
use.
shot.
A free shot. Stuff like that gets you going as a kid. When you don't have
Whoa.
money,
What about that? Just unlocked something in my head. The giant shoe basketball shooting game at Chuck E. Cheese. Does
Giant
nobody else
shoe?
remember this? It was just a giant shoe, and they had the multicolored basketballs, and it was a singular person, but it was a basketball shooting game, and some little kid would always shoot it, and the ball would be going all over the place. So you're playing, and you're like running around to keep
That
the
is
ball.
annoying. Is
Um,
watching little kids throw it and then it always is bouncing out of it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Here, you'll have to share your screen too if you do find giant
Oh.
shoe basketball. Was it called shoot out?
Probably.
Basketball shoot out? Probably. It's if it is, it's whatever. But
Yeah, it was like a giant high top. shoe.
I'm trying to look at their basketball games, and I'm not seeing
If you
anything that looks
just
like a
type in shoe basketball Chuck E. Cheese.
okay.
yeah,
Guy
shoe
in the chair of
basketball, Chuck E.
power.
Cheese.
Shoe basketball, Chuck E. Cheese.
Boom.
Do we see it?
Oh, this one?
Yeah, it's a shoe.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I
I
remember.
feel like
that.
that's exactly
That was
what
a
I
shoe?
explained here.
I didn't remember.
I
it
don't
being
think
a
I've ever
shoe.
actually played this.
I don't think I realized it was a shoe when it was happening.
I don't remember it being those colors.
Also, this kid is pretty strong for getting it all the way in there.
But yeah,
for
since
being
there's
like
that
a
there's that little
teeny
plastic
man.
thing above where the tongue of the shoe would go, and kids would always not get it high enough, and so the ball would bounce around everywhere, and then parents are chasing them, or you're like kicking them as you're walking by an accident.
Look at in the background. Look at the beautiful air hockey table.
I see the
Oh,
the
yeah.
car right here that nobody ever went on because that was just a waste of a token.
Oh, there was a helicopter one too that raised you up.
that one was worth it because it raised you up.
Yeah,
Yeah, you got to feel
Raised
tall.
you up.
You
Yeah.
got to feel tall. Oh my god. What
I
was
mean-
the best thing you guys ever won, ticket wise,
Ah.
if anything, or what was the
Piece of
worst
pizza.
thing?
I don't know.
Does it have to be like as a kid, or can it be more modern? Because
Either or.
more modern. When I went to round one, like I've mentioned, there's definitely a couple games that I studied hard enough to reliably be able to get the jackpot in. Like, I may or may not have went there one time and been like, you know what? I'm just gonna throw down like $15 in this one game and see how many times I can win the jackpot. And I walk out of there with like a new shirt.
A new shirt. Who does a challenge of any kind just to win a new shirt?
Look, it was okay. It was this game. It's called like Cubes or something. It's like all it is
stacking.
no, it's not Stacker. It's like
No, that's cup stacking.
there's one button on it. And all it does is like basically your character is like a ball like bouncing down a pyramid of cubes, and if it falls off, you're done. But like if you keep going on, you eventually like build up more tickets, and if you make it to the end, you get a jackpot. But like, and all you have is like one button to like change the direction. So if it's going down one way, you hit the button and it starts going down the other way. I have reliably mastered that game to the point that like even though the tickets are digital and just loaded on the card, I've definitely had to go up and be like, "Hey, your virtual machine ran out of virtual tickets. Can I like get my tickets, please?"
That is ridiculous.
Like, I'm pretty sure I can find that specific arcade game.
Oh no, go for it. I know. I don't think I ever earned any ticket above like prize above like a couple
Yeah, this
things
is
of candy, an eraser, a pencil.
Yeah, I don't remember anything large ever.
Yeah, no, this one I
I
remember.
remember what they were because I remember going in, going, I want that huge stuffed animal. I want that portable DVD player. I want that camping tent. I want that unicycle. There was just weird stuff that no
Mhm.
one needed in their life. But as a
Yeah,
kid, you see, 10,000 tickets, that's nothing. And by the end of the day, you have 40. So you're just
Yeah.
like, oh, maybe it's a little farther away. Maybe next time.
And then if you think about the actual price of those things, like even to this day,
Yes.
like usually you can like if you're like at 800 tickets and somebody's 900, they're like, oh yeah, give us an extra dollar. It's like a penny a ticket. And
Which
something's
is
10,000 and you're
absolutely
like,
ridiculous.
Did you ever like combine your tickets to like share prizes? Because I never did.
Okay, so we tried many times, but one of us, being three siblings, would always spend it. I don't remember who, but like we would always go, okay, we're gonna save them, and next time we're gonna get something good. And then the next time we'd go, someone would spend them, and we're like, oh, what? We were gonna get the big prize, and no, just every time it was ruined,
Yeah.
so we never got it. I'm sure it was a different person each time spending money on it, but.
I
It's
say, yeah, I always
whatever.
remember like thinking like, yeah, if we save up, we can get more stuff, but then it's like, or we don't. Like the only things I remember
No, it
ever
was
getting
you.
at
It
Chuck
was
E. Cheese,
probably you.
I mean, I can't confirm or deny
Yeah.
that, and I'm not gonna deny it because it might have been.
I honestly don't
but
remember.
I
I
just
just know
remember
I
always
was
getting.
always trying to save them.
I remember thinking like we could save them, but then we'd always save them, or like someone would save them, and then we wouldn't bring it back, or we wouldn't go for like 2 years or something, and it was just like, what's the point? I'm gonna get my little parachute man and a sticky hand and some fun dip.
Ooh,
I'm good
parachute
to
guy.
go.
That was the big thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the only
Parachute
thing I
guys,
really
no?
remember getting was the parachute guy.
Well, those we weren't allowed to buy, I think. So the fact that we could get them there, they were like, you know what? Fine, you can get them there. Or those little airplanes you could make and toss them.
The
Those are
bamboo
cool.
ones.
Little wood ones. Yep.
Yeah.
Those are great. They would break almost immediately.
Mm-hmm.
But those were beautiful things. But like I said, there was stupid stuff like bouncy balls, like big bouncy balls for like 10 grand.
Yeah,
And
they
it
have
just-
the giant lollipops too. I remember the multicolored Chuck E. Cheese lollipops.
Mhm. And I think they were somewhat reasonably priced as far as ticket wise. So
Yeah,
it
it
was
just didn't
worth
make
it to
sense to
get
eat.
those. But yeah, then you are carrying around a giant freaking lollipop and
I remember I
nothing to
got
do
one
with
once,
it.
and I don't even think I ate half of it. Same thing with a giant jawbreaker. I think I got that from Chuck E. Cheese once, and like had it for a year.
Can we bring up the elephant in the room? Can we bring
Ticket
up the
muncher?
balls in the pit?
Oh.
Ball pit.
The ball pit, the play place, all that stuff. That was a great place to go when you spend all your tickets. But there were
I wouldn't
some
be caught dead in one of these things now.
Oh, I wouldn't either. Like that's scary.
Well,
to
Kyle,
think of
I really
what-
hope I wouldn't find you in a ball pit now.
What are you doing in the ball pit?
I would if I'm
probably
walking next to a
soiling
ball
myself.
pit. Yeah, someone's popping up saying "bazinga."
Oh God,
That's the only acceptable reason I can see, but
that's not acceptable though.
I think it is. No, but I don't remember ever really going in the ball pit. I don't think I liked it very much, but I remember going in all the tubes and such. That was fun. Until it smelt bad. Then you got to get out.
When did
I'm
it
trying
specifically
to, I
smell
probably
bad?
well I probably have been it one or two times, but like I can't remember because most of the times when I went there, the play place was closed because like some kid would like puke.
Yeah, that's what would happen in
Which
the
is-
tubes up top. Like some kid would leave their diaper up there or something, and
Oh,
so they got a
God.
little like fake helicopter.
Oh, the amount of
bubble
times I
thing.
know for a fact I got just crop dusted by some kid in there. That
You're
was just
welcome.
like, oh no. They were just speeding around, a little speed boost, just a little here and there. And yeah, no, that was not fun being in a closed area. And I would always get far into them and be like, I'm like in the very middle where either way I go, it's just as far to get back out of this. And you felt like you were deep into it. And you're like, I haven't been here before. Like, I don't remember this part of it. And that would always like freak me out. I'm like, I don't want to get stuck in here. I don't want to get stuck in here. Like, I would have tried to find my way out. In reality, they probably weren't that big. But I always would find the weird kids in there too that were just like hanging out in the, oh, do you remember there was a part of them you could go into and there was almost like a joystick.
Yeah,
And you
the
could move
helicopter.
Yeah,
the joystick.
yeah.
Is that the helicopter thing you're
That's
talking
what I'm
about?
calling the helicopter. Yeah,
Oh, okay. I thought there was like a helicopter ride because I'm pretty sure I remember
there was.
helicopter ride.
Yeah, both.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a helicopter ride that you could like sit on. It was like a little.
Yeah, and then there's just
Before
a
machine raises
joystick
you
that you
up.
just kind of like play around at. Yeah.
And then
But
you
yeah,
would
in the
shake the
tubes.
thing.
Yeah,
up
in the
top.
tubes would be because you could see out of it.
Yeah,
There was,
and
like the bubble thing that you could look out of, and so I thought of it like a
that's
helicopter.
where I felt the most deep in there was like looking out in those bubbles and just trying to find my family, being like, oh no,
And
I'm
there's just a
stranded.
sea of random people outside.
Mhm. Yep. And then I'm sure
And you're like,
somebody
I live here now.
Yep.
This is my
I'm
home.
part of the ship. I'm
Mhm.
part of the copter.
And then you smell poop.
And then you smell poop and it's a
And there's
scary
always that
time.
point where you're like, what?
And I know there were sometimes I wouldn't go in this, and then there were other times that's where I spent most of my time. It was very hit and miss. I wasn't necessarily looking forward to it, but I know once I was there, it was an option sometimes. I don't know if I brought it up this time or on a different, or not this time, but on the podcast. But I know I think it was a Chuck E. Cheese one or it was a McDonald's place. But for some reason, I had like a flavored chapstick and I was just smelling it the whole time. And I'm pretty sure it ended up in a ball pit somewhere. Like, I love the 7-Up chapstick so much, but I hate chapstick in general. So I would not apply it. I would just sniff it and smell it. And it was a beautiful smell and I'll never forget it. But yeah, it definitely ended up in like a ball pit or something by the end of the day. And I was very upset.
Oh,
'Cause that thing lasts a while when you don't smell.
was this
Yeah.
was this it?
Yep, lip smackers. Maybe not that specific set.
$12 to recreate that scent.
That experience.
That experience. Like, so I wouldn't use them that much, or if at all. So it was just when the scent died was when it was over with, but it lasted way longer. All those chemicals and shit in there. Like, I'm sure it would have been forever, but I would have lost it by the time the smell would have went away. But yeah,
Which
that
you
was a
did.
sad day. That was a sad day. One of the few things that I lost at a store or a place that I could never recreate or get back. I know I lost a Woody doll once. I don't think it was at a Chuck E. Cheese, but I left a Woody doll somewhere.
Probably at
and that
like a Pizza Planet or something.
yes, at
Probably
a
found
pizza
it. Probably found its way home. Yeah.
Yep, exactly. Well, I got another one that it was probably told like, "Oh yeah, this is the same one. Woody's back. It has your name on his foot, just like Andy." I
Says
didn't do
Jeff.
that. I swear.
Well, I remember having a Woody doll and it like had the name Andy on its foot like pre-stamped on there.
Oh,
I'm like,
that's disappointing.
I'm like, man, why you gotta ruin this shit?
I'm not Andy.
Man, reach for the sky.
There's a snake in my boot.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
like you used to push on its belt and it would say things like that. And I was
Wait, you pushed on his belt? You didn't
Yeah,
even pull his
they
string?
literally had like the squeeze part be on his belt.
Oh,
Wow,
that's
you got a
awful. You had
discount
the
Andy.
Yeah, you got discount
You had-
Woody doll.
Or yeah, my bad, not Andy. You didn't have an Andy doll.
I had the one with the pull
That I know of.
string. The pull string definitely broke on the first one. I know that. I remember having the hat. I lost the hat, but found it again. Like, oh, Chuck E. Cheese bringing my Woody doll times, beautiful times. Um, I how do you guys feel about? I don't want to bring it up. That's why I'm a little hesitant.
Do it.
The mascot slash animatronics. I don't remember actually ever interacting or seeing them that often. I only remember seeing them when we like reserved parties.
Yeah,
Or,
Well,
like-
the only time I ever saw them was like the actual like when they were performing in concert, you know, and they were just the animatronics.
You gotta bring up one video of it.
honestly,
You
I feel
gotta.
we looked out like early 2000s, like that era of Chuck E. Cheese, in my opinion at least, wasn't that creepy. Like looking back at it, yeah, it's not very good or anything, but like before, like 90s era,
Oh,
is, like,
it
creepy
was.
fucking mice and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like
But,
like
like,
this stuff, right?
Yeah, this was fantastic.
This
It is not the worst. I will not say that it's enticing, but like, oh god, it's not the worst, but it is still very creepy to me.
I'm trying to see. Okay, hold on. This is the pizza
Oh.
pasta guy.
Yeah, Kyle's name.
Oh yeah, this guy is just a ripoff of a Muppet.
Aren't they all?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but this guy is like to a T. What does that
Where's
say
Fuzzy
behind him?
Barney?
Squat,
Squad.
It's Mr. Munchie. That's his name.
Mr. Munchie,
Yeah, Fuzzy Barney.
Grimace, Fuzzy Barney, ripoff Grimace.
Yeah, Barney and
Bargain
Grimace had
Grimace.
a kid.
Oh my god, that is disturbing. But
He's
like,
the one that eats your
like you said,
tickets.
it's not nearly as bad as what it could be.
Yeah, like as a kid, like it was something I never was afraid of. I thought it was pretty darn cool.
Well,
Now
that's the
looking back,
thing.
I'm like, oh, that's pretty lame, but like it's not creepy to me.
Well, it
But if it
wasn't
was,
made
like-
to be creepy. Obviously, it was made for kids, and most kids were into it. But
Mhm.
come on, some kids were freaked out. They were like, "What are those things? What are
Chuffing
those
up.
people?" Like they assumed people were in those. Like
That's the thing. Is some of
ugh.
them did have people.
Yeah,
And so
definitely.
that
There was
was
a
the-
Chucky walking around
I
being a
think that was
freak.
the thing for me is like sometimes people would be in them and then they'd walk away and then it's those. I think that's where they made their mistake. Of like 2 minutes ago, you're giving high fives to Chucky, and then he walks behind a curtain and then they're singing. It's like, are there two Chuckies or did he turn into a robot? Like, what happened?
I don't remember like
I never
this
really thought
area.
of it
Was it
as
a
a-
little
as a
theater
kid.
area?
Yeah,
I don't know. Now I assume it's kind of like a Santa Claus thing where it's like he's just you're
It
not
just-
born you're not born a Chucky. It's a title bestowed upon you kind of deal.
It felt like this weird back alley part of it though, because you did have
Yeah.
to go in like a secret room almost. It felt
yeah,
like
it was their banquet room.
yeah, like it was just so weird. It wasn't just up front and center. If that was just out for everyone to see, I think it would have been way cooler, way less creepy. But the fact it's in this like weirdly dimly lit area, it just doesn't help.
Yeah,
I
they,
mean,
made
it
it, they had to
doesn't
make
help.
it exclusive.
They're like, "Oh, you want to see the entertainment in the back room?" And you go like,
Yeah.
I guess.
We got a fucking rat.
Don't tell nobody about it or you're going to be a rat too.
All right. The my last topic that I want to bring up.
Please do.
It doesn't have to end it, but like we can. My last thing. What was your guys' favorite like non-ticket arcade game? Like the ones that you're like, okay, I know I'm here. I'm here to play a fun game. I mean, like any arcade game. I'm talking about like Ninja Turtles or Simpsons or shit like that. What was the one that you're like, I have to like play this a couple times with friends?
So for me, fun wasn't allowed. It was only tickets all the time.
So
You didn't
capitalism
get enough
just
tickets,
ruined
like you were
from the
getting left
beginning.
there, type thing. Like you were getting left if you didn't make enough tickets. You didn't meet your quota, type thing. Like this was a business operation. But on that note, TMNT was the jam for sure. Leonardo all the way. Got to play that. Never a fan of Simpsons. We couldn't even. For some reason, we weren't allowed to watch The Simpsons.
You know, I hear that a
So-
lot. Like, I don't remember having that restriction as a kid, but like,
Oh, this explains so much.
like I remember talking with friends who like obviously were also into like stuff they really couldn't. Like, I remember like having friends who like, oh, I'm 7 years old. My parents let me watch Family Guy, no problem. But The Simpsons was always the one that was like, my parents won't let me watch that, and I don't know why.
It looks like we got a comment.
It looks like you got this one literally has bot in its name.
Xbot up, Jay. Nice.
Oh, that's beautiful. We will turn it off.
Beautiful.
Oh my,
Whoa, I can see Kyle again.
beautiful.
But yeah, we weren't allowed to watch Simpsons. So at one point we had a Simpsons video game. And I feel like it was like Hit and Run, which I feel like was the. Well, but I do remember playing the Simpsons game. Actually, at Chuck E.
We didn't
Cheese.
have Hit and Run. I never played Hit and Run. At least we had the wrestling game though.
Oh, the
yeah. I
shitty
think we might have
wrestling
probably
game.
Blockbuster
Simpsons
Hit and Run once
wrestling.
or something. I think.
Oh, okay. Because
but
I
yeah, I
never
do-
played it.
I do remember Simpsons wrestling, and I do remember playing because the Simpsons game was kind of like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle game.
Yeah,
it
it was like
scrolling.
very similar.
Yeah, I do remember playing it, but Turtles are always my jam.
I mean,
Like the
I
color
love
blue.
that. That's the thing. I love the different color coordination where it was like there's green player, blue player, red player, and then whatever the last one, yellow player. And then you would have that certain one, and some of them had different powers, and it was cool. You could walk up. All the joysticks are different. That was a
Yeah.
fun time. I think my favorite one was a little later on. There was almost like a cockpit you could go in, and
The
you
helicopter. We
could-
talked about this.
No, it's not a helicopter. It was like there was definitely a Star Wars one like later on, but you could like go into it, fly around. It was a virtual simulation type thing. Now
Okay,
that's
I
almost what everything is now, where there's like some kind of gun that you shoot stuff.
Oh, I went to like a newer, like kind of like a bar arcade thing you had there. It was really small, but they had a couple cool games. One of them was, which was really expensive, by the way. I think it was like 40, I'll say 40 tokens to like play or something. It was ridiculously expensive.
Holy
But
shit.
it was like a VR King Kong game where you put on like a VR headset and it was almost like a
You
whoa,
got to be the
dude.
monkey.
No, you're not meant to be the monkey because that would be fucking awesome. And of
Hold
course,
on.
you're not meant to be the monkey. You're
Like
like,
to be the monkey sounds like either a great band name or like movie or something. Just putting that
It's an
out there.
indie film for sure.
Yeah, meant to be the monkey.
Meant to be the monkey.
but no, it's kind of like, oh, King Kong's fighting this other monster, and we're doing our own thing, but we keep crossing paths, and it's like, whoa, I'm falling down a waterfall, and the seat bends down a little bit, so I feel like I'm falling. That's
And then someone pees, so you feel like you're in the water.
I remember feeling that feeling, but I don't remember anybody peeing.
Maybe it was you
That's how they
the
get
whole
you.
time.
I remember something like that at the museum on a field trip as a kid, where they had this like booth thing, and you went into it, and it was like a roller.
It's called the
coaster.
IMAX.
Sure. Mini IMAX, I guess. But like literally it was like this little like white shuttle looking thing, and you got like 4 people went into it,
Yeah.
and it was like a intense roller coaster situation. So it was like you're moving up and down,
Oh.
angling up and down, and
Didn't they
stuff like
used
that.
to have photo booths too at Chuck E. Cheese?
Oh, like
Yeah.
Etch-a-Sketch versions, yeah.
Yeah.
That was like a requirement every time we went. Was like we have to get our picture drawn.
Picture
So,
drawn by a computer,
yeah. I
which
remember
is
getting those
literally just
lot.
a filter now on a phone. Oh my god, that's so funny.
Mhm.
Just like how things be a changing.
Yeah, I remember having like a framed Chuck E. Cheese picture or something like that. Like the sketch is like, oh, memories, and it's literally a framed, fake sketched picture. And
They found
Why?
every way to get our money.
yeah,
They were perfect for their time, and it makes complete sense why they're like Blockbuster, where it didn't make sense anymore.
you
And
know
they're
it still
gone.
exists, right?
Barely. There's
It's not
no
it's
way.
not gonna be in the way we remember it. Like I know if we're like, hey, we're 320 somethings, let's go to Chuck E. Cheese. It's gonna
Okay,
be
we're
like,
doing it.
Funny
We're
you
doing
should
it
say
right
that,
now.
Kyle. Tune in and find out when we go to Chuck E. Cheese.
No, we're not doing a Chuck E. Cheese episode. Like this is our Chuck E. Cheese episode.
We'll see.
Maybe we'll see how much pizza we can eat from Chuck E. Cheese or
I was
something.
gonna
That'd be
say,
great. I'll say to talk about the pizza quick. I remember the pizza being very good. Now I don't know if it would be it or not, but in my head I was like, dang, that just the plain cheese, like other pizza, like not the best, but just plain cheese pizza. I was like, oh, that's pretty good. Now, the closest I've ever gotten to it, my feeling is that Costco pizza tastes just like Chuck E. Cheese pizza did in my memory. Whether that's true or not, don't know.
I remember as like a young kid, I guess I was a picky eater and like I didn't like pizza and the one thing that got me onto liking pizza was Chuck E. Cheese pizza.
They put something in it. Don't know what it is.
Probably
Rat
crack.
droppings, you know?
Oh no,
I don't know.
rat
They got-
poison.
They got the rat there. I mean, it makes
that's what I'm
sense.
saying.
The rat
Yeah,
king.
and the supply.
It's like a
I
ghetto
just-
ratatouille.
But I would love to try the pizza again and just be like, wow, this is not.
But
what I
like an
remember.
actually like made one, not like the freezer ones that apparently
No.
exist.
I've never seen those, but yeah, I
They-
agree. It would have to be like fresh from the source situation. Because Chuck E. Cheese did this whole thing with the whole like DoorDash boom and everything, like all those like pop-up places that'll like do other named businesses on DoorDash or like host different kitchen stuff. Like Chuck E. Cheese, I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong entirely and someone lied to me, but I'm pretty sure they rebranded their pizza on DoorDash and
They
you could
did.
order pizza under Pasquale's Pizza.
Yep, Pasquale. Yep.
And it was literally just Chuck E. Cheese pizza, but they didn't want people to know that they were ordering it.
That
Maybe
is
it wasn't on
insane.
purpose that it was a whole sham, but someone ordered from Chuck E. Cheese and Pasquale's and watched the guy just take two pizzas from the same place in the same box, like type of box and everything, and it's exactly the same thing.
Yeah, right
That
here.
is-
Pasquale's Pizza and Wings, and it's
No way. This is insane.
Hold
Are
on,
we
I wanna know the-
uncovering a mystery?
This isn't a mystery. It's like
It's a mystery to me. I'm dumbfounded.
yeah, it's just
Pasquale's. Also, what
yeah.
kind of
Our
name
journey
choice is that?
our journey began in the spring of 2020 while CEC Chuck E. Cheese Entertainment had plans to launch a
No
virtual
way!
brand. COVID quickened the process. So yeah,
They don't
we-
even say Chuck E. Cheese.
Great.
They say
We- they
CEC
also say-
Entertainment.
no.
Come on.
we
They also
leverage
say, Thank
we
you,
leverage the
COVID.
operational infrastructure of Chuck E. Cheese kitchens across the
Oh.
country.
Pasquale's is pro-COVID, is what I'm getting from this.
That is hilarious. So I think that's something that if nothing else we should do is just try
Getting Pasquale's.
Pasquale's and Chuck E. Cheese.
Well,
just
I
see
want
if
to
it
make
is any
this correlation. I think Chuck E. Cheese, though we thought it was a treat for us, I think it really was a treat for the parents. Where
I'm gonna say right here, I see meatball dunkers, and that's a really good idea for like. That's a really genuinely good idea for a pizza restaurant like side, because look, you got like the sweet chili
That's a
Korean
saucy
barbecue sauce.
meatball. Yeah.
Yeah,
that
that's.
is.
I think it's a good idea, but
I think that, to my point, I think that Chuck E. Cheese is basically iPads now, where
Yeah, I think-
the parents would just send us there or like go there, drink some beer, eat some pizza while we just did whatever.
Yeah,
And
you know-
that was their way to get a break.
Video killed the radio star.
ooh, here's your eating
Netflix
challenge.
killed the
One
blockbuster.
person grand pizza party challenge in like a day to eat 7 pizzas.
Wait, is it a challenge or are we making it a
could
challenge?
be.
it's
a
not
bundle.
it's not a real thing, but like
But you could look at the names of these: the Crowd Pleaser, the Double Duo, Grand.
Oh, these were
Pizza
all nicknames
Party.
of mine at some point in time.
These are challenges waiting to be challenged. You know.
Challenge is waiting to be challenged. On that note, guys, we're gonna wrap up our Chuck E. Cheese episode, but we are going to tease a little bit because we like teasing. I'm gonna be doing some challenges, guys. We're gonna create anyone out there, message me if you want to be part of the hype squad. We're gonna be going to restaurants, eating challenges. Anyone that wants to come with me or also participate in the challenges, it's totally a thing. We're gonna be bare bones filming them, doing some videos there. Just because every time I've done a food challenge at a restaurant, we haven't actually like recorded it yet, and I think that's the next step. I've been doing them with ease. It's been way too easy. It's been casual eating, and these are challenges where, you know, the manager comes up, looks me in the eye, and goes, "Good luck, bud," and I just go, oh yeah, good luck trying to like clean this faster than me eating it. Like you're gonna be in the back washing dishes faster than me. Yeah, like at the last one, they were literally firing up the grill for me and just me, and then they had to wait till my food was done to start the rest of everyone else's food because I was taking up so much room on the grill. Like
Yep. And he was almost done by the time we got our food.
like I'm the meat slayer. I can't say I'm too cocky about too many things in life, but I am the meat slayer. It's been proven, and I'm going to be doing some challenges around Wisconsin. If you guys want to be invited in on it, we will work something out. Go ahead and message the group page, message me personally, whatever works. I'll get you in the Discord, and we will take it from there. And yeah, so if you guys want to buy any Meat Slayer merchandise or any of the ASNAF stuff, there's a link on our Facebook page. Go crazy with it. Do you guys got anything to say?
Yeah. What do you, while you're messaging Justin about your favorite skee ball balls and Meat Slayer activities, also, what do you want to hear us talk about next? You know, we talk about embarrassing moments, nostalgia moments. We talk about Kyle and his adventures. What's next?
Yeah, baby Ouija.
Baby Ouija.
You know, on that note, let's all just do a good night Ouija.
Night Ouija.
I can't top that. I can't do it.